Do you treat your dog as part of the family? Well, so do we. So why not celebrate your pup's birthday with the ultimate party box? Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Party Pup Info, and let us make your pup's party or any celebration perfection.
And APB, American Protection Bureau, voted #1 best on Long Island for all your security needs. Call 631-390-9050. That's 631-390-9050. APB.
Persist until the formation of the National Wrestling Alliance in 1948. The NWA as a central governing body, with its singular, undisputed world champion, would be absolute and undeniable. This control, combined with the expansion of the interstate highway system, and the inevitable popularity and availability of regional television, would usher in an era of wrestling that was defined by what would come to be known as the territory system. The territory system would dominate wrestling for nearly 4 decades, while the borders, authority, popularity, and obedience of individual NWA territories was in a near constant state of flux. To this day, the impact and influence of these territories is still felt. Each territory had its own signature promoter and star. While it is impossible to cram these characteristics into a static, concrete map, we are damn sure going to try anyway.
So open up your eyes, way before it gets too late. Now one man, there's no way you can hit the street lights running, don't give a damn. A simple explanation that you'll never find. Sinners never sacrifice. We never leave love alone. Is hate really worth the price? Look at what we've done. Never cared for compromise. Always threatening someone's life, and it feels like the end of the world.
All right, welcome back to another episode of This Week in Wrestling with your hosts, Mike Monte and Jimmy Farrow.
Right there.
That's it.
That's it. What up? What's up, man?
I don't know, man.
Another week in wrestling.
I got to tell you, sometimes I think about just doing a show on something else.
Okay.
I just do. I just think...
Well, sometimes you do. It's not always about wrestling.
No, I get that, but it's like... I don't know. I just sometimes
we're not
there's
doing
so
a
much
show
interesting
on my
conversation.
Makeup. I'm sorry.
No, I'm not.
Well, we could probably do a series.
No, I'm certainly not going to do that. But last week, little roll call before we start going.
Yeah. What do we got?
Who do we got? I tell you, Abe, this thing started rolling really fast. I got here and it's like it's already showtime.
Yeah.
RJ Hudson in the house, the first lady of wrestling in the house. Davio, how are you?
Davio.
ESO, J. Will, how are you?
Joe Will,
ESO, brother, how are you, bud?
Oh, Bruce.
You know, Bruce, you're supposed to send me something this morning.
Was he?
Maybe he'll do it tonight. You know, we've been talking, so.
He's probably working at the bar
He made
till
some
4 a.m.
very cool. Did he send you the cartoons to you?
No.
Oh, dude,
I haven't seen them.
He made some rocking.
Well, I trust him
cartoons.
artistically, so.
It's not like you're watching Scooby Doo.
Listen, Beavis and Butthead was awesome, and it was the most basic drawing, so I'm sure that it's fine. I'm sure it's good.
Scott, how are you? Benny, how are you? Benny from Dan and Benny did a great show
Benny,
yesterday.
my brother?
With Benny, what was that guy you guys were interviewing? Write that down so I could share that with Jimmy.
Fill us in, Benny.
But
I don't have a TV or a phone lately.
I don't know. I got a brain freeze. But
that's okay.
The dude, So the guy definitely, like, they get some of these
Once
guests,
again,
right?
someone who's got so many ins and outs.
This guy's been on numerous times.
Okay.
But he always is interesting. Like, I'm always like, him again? And then it's like,
and then you find yourself there for the whole episode. Excellent.
George Shear is his name. Did
George
you ever hear
Shear.
George Shear?
I can't say I have.
Okay, well, neither did I.
And what was his deal? Do you remember?
So he basically was a wrestling fan.
Okay.
And then, he started going to wrestling shows, and he hooked up with met a promoter, I guess, or a ring announcer.
Right.
They became friends, and before you knew it, he was in the back with the boys in
right.
the AWA, and then also they trusted him and
very good.
off you to the races, right?
Right.
But
awesome.
But the interesting thing, they did almost like a life story of the guy.
Mm-hmm.
And before, we've got a lot of wrestler talk, so I'll be quick about it. But anyway, you guys can catch it on the channel, just so you know.
Look it up.
But he was in a family growing up that was, the father and the mother didn't want the kids, and they broke up, and the father was working 2 jobs. But the thing, I wrote Benny about it. Benny says, author and wrestling historian.
Okay.
Another wrestling historian.
He's got to be better than the one we knew.
But again, what does it take to be a wrestling historian?
Well,
like a pro
the
wrestling
one we
expert.
know, it just takes a lot of flapping of the gums. But
wouldn't you say
some
you're?
folks
I think
actually,
at one show we
like
marked you as a wrestling historian.
Yeah, I know.
We?
I got mad, didn't I?
You
I was
get
like, "What the hell?"
But you are a wrestling historian.
I guess by reflex, I guess.
Why
I
not?
am. Yeah, sure. Why not?
If I told you, when did superstar Billy Graham beat Bob Backlund?
Oh God. When did he didn't beat Bob Backlund? Bob Backlund beat him.
Trick question, but when did Backlund
I think it was
beat
February 20th, 1978.
Look, bang.
I think.
Wrestling historian.
Oh God. Shoot me now.
That's a wrestling historian.
Abe, do me a favor. Throw something at me. How's your arm? I hope it's accurate like Aaron's. Like Aaron Rodgers'
Wait,
arm.
Benny just insulted you. He said, no, George is a true historian. I think you just gave me history right there.
That's not Benny insulting me. That's Benny probably insulting that schmuck that we know from Queens.
Well, let me ask you.
I don't want to put you on the spot, Benny, so I'm not saying that's what you were doing.
That is probably, I didn't think about it.
I was not putting you on the spot,
anyway,
I swear.
Back it up. This guy, George Shire, he grows up in his family. The mother doesn't want the kids. The father's doing
right.
2 jobs.
They make fun of him because he likes wrestling, probably.
And, I'm sitting there
like
listening,
most of
and
us.
George is like, at one point he said to Dan and Benny, he's like, when I became a father, I wanted to be a good, I wanted to be active in my kid's life.
Right. He didn't want to repeat what he did.
I don't want to be, he goes, my father wasn't there for us. And all I could think to myself is, the fucking guy was working 2 fucking jobs.
I know, man. He was
give the
busy.
guy a little bit of a break, taking care of you guys, giving you food and shelter.
Yeah, 2 jobs. Yeah. What was Mom doing? Maybe
She
Mom
left.
wasn't.
She split.
So she wasn't dead. She's just working a lot.
But again, he
man.
wasn't part of their lives. And I thought to myself, like,
well,
boy, oh boy, could you imagine working your whole life for your family,
right?
And then your kids saying you weren't there for us.
Wow, I would feel like
that make you feel like
what's
shit.
it all about, Alfie?
He could have walked away.
Yeah, that's true.
Just saying.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Now I want to see the whole interview. Now you've done it. All right. What else you got? Who else is out there? Or have we basically...
I think Phil's just checked in.
Mr.
We got
Phil.
the main show, Ask Monty and the Pharaoh Anything.
Okay.
Episode 2.
Excellent.
But anyway, Lacey Evans is finished with the WWE. Lacey Evans' time with the WWE was seemingly come to an end.
Wow.
Based on her social media activity, Evans, Macy Estrella, has implied that she's no longer with the WWE. Thoughts on Lacey Evans? Her tweet was, "What we go through doesn't determine who we become. I refuse to use this opportunity God has given me for anything but helping people realize what they are capable of, regardless where they come from." Macy Estrella.
What they're capable of? What does this mean? She's going to go back to demanding that you give her 20 push-ups? You're capable of 20, you slob. Now get down and...
If I was telling
confused.
her, I'd say go on OnlyFans and let's hit this, because forget about it.
Yeah. Do a Mandy.
I knew you weren't... Do a Mandy, absolutely. And
Yeah.
she's hot enough. She's
Of
got...
course.
Oh, my...
Sure.
Again, we've discussed... I'm a huge Lacey Evans guy.
I'm surprised at this. But I wasn't... Not that I wasn't.
No,
I felt like she was
it was a
under...
miss. You just thought it was a miss.
Yeah, it felt like a miss.
In the end, why was she... Look, she had the looks.
Yes.
She was a good wrestler.
She was serviceable. She was good. She wasn't great.
Didn't say great, good.
Wasn't great. She was serviceable. Go ahead.
I mean,
She had
when
a
we
good
say
look.
serviceable as using only women, not men,
Right.
Who is a serviceable woman wrestler and who is a good and great wrestler in the women's division? Any organization.
Well, let me put it this way. Like, you have the greats like the Sasha Bankses.
Is Bayley?
Bayley's great.
Why is Bayley great?
Bayley's just a great wrestler and has been for years and years and years. I mean, she's been in classics already, so it's not like she hasn't. Bayley's a great wrestler.
So because she had a classic puts her in the great category.
Well, it doesn't hurt your case, but it's pretty obvious Bayley can do it all.
Because she was in that Blood
classic? I don't think Britt Baker
no,
is great.
I'm asking you, right?
I think Britt Baker was serviceable, even though she was in a blood fest, which we still laugh at to this day.
Right.
Which is, personally our opinion on it, and we're entitled
to. So fair
to
enough. I agree with you. Lacey Evans is.
She's not even Nikki Cross, if you understand what I'm getting. Nikki Cross is a damn good brawling wrestler. No. She was serviceable. There was nothing outstanding about her in ring, and honestly, nothing outstanding about her promo work either. She was okay. I think that it was missed opportunities with booking. They should have pushed her like a badass, had her say as little as possible, and beat the crap out of people. She's a drill sergeant.
She's a big girl.
She's huge.
Right.
So they booked her poorly, in my opinion, if you wanted to get optimum out of her skill set and mic set. That's what I think.
So the popular belief is she's done with wrestling.
Okay.
Would that be a mistake in your hands?
Yeah, because what's she going to do at AEW? She would never get the proper push anyway. They wouldn't bring her in like a Goldberg or, even a Sergeant Slaughter type. I don't see anything for her.
So you just say it's time to move on to another career.
You know what I would have tried? In her case, New Japan. Go after Sasha. You've done something different. No one's expecting that. Go out there, say little.
Right now, right? So,
there you go with that. But I'm just saying, that would have been interesting. Would have given her a little
life. If you're
life.
Tony Khan, do you say, let's capitalize on this and take her?
No. Tony Khan's got 20 pounds of poop in a 2-pound bag.
By the way, we'll get to last night's show, which, again...
Not good.
Not good.
Not good.
It was...
I reviewed it myself earlier today.
So...
Not good. And it's funny, the marks are giving it like a C++. That's an F in reality.
Well, we'll get to that.
Sure.
Well, anyway, we'll miss you, Lacey. I'll miss you, Lacey.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. She could have been,
think about
a lot better.
Think about the angle she had. She had that Southern Belle angle.
Yeah.
Didn't work.
Yeah.
Then she had like the mommy angle. Didn't work.
Right.
Then she came back with the having sex with Ric Flair angle. Right? Which I think could have worked.
I really think that the
Sergeant... It would have worked if it wasn't COVID.
I really think that the Sergeant Slaughter thing could have worked if done correctly.
Oh, my God.
That was it. That was it.
That was the one.
That was the one right there.
I agree 100%.
Yep.